Do we have a spreader?
Yeah, it's a little guy. It's in that building right there, up north in the farm. It might take you, a million trips, but give you something to do. Keep you out the streets,
Wow.
Keep you out of the bars. I know that's a concern for you.
Yeah, then you don't do drive-bys.
Oh, no. You can still do those. You betcha, bud. You betcha.
Good thing you didn't watch me play GTA then last time.
No, I did not.
Oh, once you and Tom left, I played GTA pretty late.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Great Ocean Highway
Yeah?
was a train wreck, okay? I don't want to see the bill from Morris Mutual to replace a lot of the vehicles of mine that got blown up.
Oh.
Like my oppressor and all like those kind of vehicles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we know what Carson does when he's grumpy now, chat. Plays GTA.
And what do you do when you're grumpy?
He's having a 3 o'clock break.
Bryla 1967 just resubscribed for 31 months. 31 months and counting. Hope you are doing good.
Briley, welcome back for 31 months. Do appreciate the resub. I'm doing great. How are you?
Yes, Cody.
Just being made fun of for no reason today, I guess. Pretty typical around here. Anyway, welcome in. A hug from Brazil. Welcome in, Brazil. How's it going? Welcome in.
I'll be back.
All right, doing good. Awesome. Nearly 3 years, you betcha. I've got some great longtime supporters of the channel, that's for sure. Sean Sinclair is the first sub. First and longest running sub. That is Mr. Sean Sinclair. It's crazy that...
He beat me at a game yesterday.
Do what?
He beat me at a game yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got you. Sean's really good at that game.
He stole my points.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It happens. But it is crazy that my first sub's still here, Good. Game was like Big Brother. Nice. Very nice, Sean. Who can beat what?
They reset the launch time to 45.
Oh. All right.
And still on a hold.
Just repaying the favor. Sean created his account in 2014. I didn't know that, Sean. Dang, bro. 2014. Although I guess that my account was made in 2013, so. I didn't start streaming right away when we made the account, but yeah. Definitely been around for a minute, chat. That's all right. Cody, I've already used half of my...
Mm-hmm.
Here for the test streams? Yeah, you were, Sean. Much better now, Cody. Looking nice and green, not so much red. Looking great. Yep, Sean, you were even here for those awful YouTube streams back in the day, man.
Yeah, the quality of those.
Oh, man, the quality was great back in those days, wasn't it?
I mean, it was great back then, but I mean...
The worst part of those is, like, there was obviously internet issues.
And your general...
Well, our quality of Puma Plow was just not as good back then as it is now, obviously. A lot of things have changed over the years. Lots of equipment has changed. That's for sure. But it's okay. It happens. Definitely happens.
Trent is on hold again.
It's been on hold.
No, there was a timer before. It's at 32 minutes and something.
Oh.
No, it's been on hold for a while since they did that setup fire.
Huh. Since they did
No. I say 3 minutes ago there was a countdown on 32 minutes.
Oh, then it went away.
And then it's on hold again.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go top off. I'll meet you on the other end. Head speed, goody.
Bird.
Bird is the word. Bird.
Burb.
Bird is the word.
Pelican.
But yeah, those good old, I think there was like 20, I want to say 20 something YouTube streams before we made the jump over to Twitch. I want to say. I just remember how bad the quality was of everything though. And how nothing was like ever synced up either. Because the HDMI captures that we had, they ran like a lag. Like a couple second lag. So then you had to go in and delay your audio, and you had to go in and delay your webcams to try to match up with your game. It was a whole nightmare. It was a whole thing.
So they got
Yeah.
20 minutes to figure out all the issues.
Oh, it was nonstop, man. It's so much easier to stream these days. You were only there for like 6 or 7. I gotcha. I got you, Sean. But yeah, it was just nonstop issues back then. Yeah, no, we didn't have webcams on YouTube. We streamed for a while without webcams. That was actually like a New Year's like thing we did for our New Year's Eve stream that year, was turn on our webcams for the first time. The funny thing is we had them for like 2 weeks, but we just didn't have them active. We were saving it for New Year's. Before that, nobody knew what we looked like. We were completely anonymous before that. But it's all good. Them palm trees be moving. Dang. Tell you what. Moving and a grooving. Right. Yep. We definitely streamed without. And the lighting in that room was so bad. Oh, and he would never let me do anything with the lighting. I had ideas. I had, ways to fix it. It was not allowed. So chat, for those of you that don't know, I started Puma Plow with my brother. And, or one of my brothers. And we basically had our setup in his basement, which was a room that we painted orange. Which, thinking about this now, an orange room, when you're trying to like have webcams on and stuff, it was so bad. We looked like Oompa Loompas the whole time. That was a long time ago, yeah. You betcha, Special Pet. It was a while ago. But like, he would never let me do anything with the lighting in that room, so we just looked like Oompa Loompas the whole time. It was awful. Absolutely awful. But it's okay. It happens.
I don't know. We were watching the movie Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Right. Oompa Loompa, Oompa Dee.
That's the song I had in my head when you said the Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Dee. Alright, I'm done, chat. Sorry. Remember the studio tour? Yeah. Yep. Oh, get a little close, aren't I? Sorry. Pardon me. Excuse me. I don't really know why I'm still trying to... You're full, right? I'll just wait.
Mm-hmm.
was hoping to catch you for the speed match, but I'm not close enough. Yep, the good old studio tour that we did. We did, I think, 2 of those. There we go. I can just sit back here and stalk you, Goody. You ever feel like somebody's watching you, go? And for the record, Chad, I know there's new people always, but yeah, brother's not part of it anymore, in case y'all haven't figured that out. It's been years now since he decided he was done. Kind of turned his back on the community and just said he was done and threatened to sue me and the whole thing. But we don't need to talk about that part. Don't need to talk about that part. But yeah, it was the whole thing. Dang, Sean 662. Let's go. Which I think you've actually been around longer than that, haven't you? I do believe so. Buddy. The Fire Shadow coming in with the 5-2. Now you have that song stuck in your head. No problem. Anytime. I got you, Sean. Yeah.
Oh, me and Fire Shadow are pretty close.
You watch right?
Me and Fire Shadow are like back to back.
Hey, oh wow, yeah, you are pretty close, yeah. And Fire Shadow and Sean are a week apart. Or not Fire Shadow, Special Pat and Sean a week apart. Holy cow. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yo, Trey coming in, just dropping it. Look at that. 7 years. Let's go. I think Sean's would be longer, but I think he unfollowed for some reason. Once upon a time, I do believe. I'm not mistaken, Sean, right? Might have been to like help me with alerts back in the day, because they there was no test button for alerts, so you just have to like unfollow and refollow with another account. And I know I've like asked people to do that for me back in the day. Like, hey, can you unfollow and refollow a couple times? Thanks. Does it reset when you do a name change? I'm not sure. And Max coming in with over 6 years. Let's go. This September. 9 years. Dang. Dang, Sean, that's crazy, man. Man, oh man. Master Lurker, Trey, I hear you, man. I am too, buddy. I am too.
So they have 10 more minutes before, with this 45 minutes for range.
So in 7 years, Trey, you've only posted 609 times, like in chat. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Oh, yeah. Wait. 610 times now. 610. Keeping track. I don't know why, but I am. Most people are 999 plus. But a lot of people are. Oh, excuse, sorry. Hit 1,000 in a couple more years. Right? Man. That's funny. I don't have 1,000, chats in anybody's chat except for my own. And that's just because the bot's broken and it only posts as me now. So, yeah, 999 plus for sure. Just checked it. Feel bad, Joe. Oh, buddy. They gonna light this candle or not, Trent? Or they don't know yet?
I have probably 8 minutes.
Before what?
8 minutes, and then if they're gonna go ahead with this T-minus 45 or not.
Okay. Hey, there's some lime in storage now. Or not lime, fertilizer. So Tom coming in with 7 years. Let's go, Tom. Yeah, chat, the hours some of you guys have in here. I just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate all the time that you guys spend here. I hope we can make your day just a little bit better, right? That's the hope anyway. If I could make one person laugh, then I'm doing my job, or smile even. I'm doing my job, so hopefully you guys, you know, at least laugh at how dumb I am or the whole BMW situation or whatever, you know. Just saying. Hey, Tom, I figured something out last night, or today, by the way. I figured something out, man. The whole camera thing. Remember how I was talking about, like, resizing? Well, I thought when you hit the full screen button on there that it would take over your whole screen. No, it just takes over that browser. So you can just shrink that browser down to whatever size you want. So I've got a shrunk down, not quite a fourth of that screen up there, top left, is my front yard camera right now. So, yeah. Do I know any Polish? No. I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I thought it was going to take over the whole monitor, but it just takes over that window. So you can hit full screen and then resize the window to whatever you want. And it'll resize the camera like what you see. So I've got it over there just for funsies right now. It's kind of cool. So something to keep in mind. I thought it was interesting for sure. So now I want to get those other cameras that I was talking about last night going so I can see more things. I am starting to sound like Lester from GTA chat. I'm aware of it. But like, I have this thing. I don't know if there's a name for it. I don't know what it is, but I like to be just aware. I'm very observant in real life, and I like to just be aware of my surroundings, what's going on around me. And especially while I'm streaming, like, you know, if I hear a noise, I want to know what that is. Like if I hear a noise outside, you know, more computers, more cameras, you betcha. Hey, that's part of it too. Yeah, I can't hear much with my headphones on. You betcha, yeah. No, not paranoid. I don't think that's the right term. I should, Sean, because it just did it again, and every time it catches my attention, but it doesn't affect you guys, so I don't care as much. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? If it's something that affects the stream or affects you guys, I'm all about trying to fix it, but it's only something that I see, and I don't know if it seems to only do it when OBS is open, which I don't know if that's something. There is an update for OBS. I just have been avoiding doing it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Then I'll have time to fix stuff between now and Monday, or tonight and Monday.
So they are counting down at 44 minutes.
Yeah.
50. Yeah, 3:55.
Okay. Tom, yeah, that would be nice. Because, yeah, if you think about it, if I open 4 cams, that's 4 Chrome windows I have to have open. I'm not going to have any RAM left soon, you know?
You want to take over here?
Use your other computer.
AFK.
Okay, you're good, Goody. Thank you.
All right.
Do what,
Can
Trent?
you use your other computer?
The gaming PC?
Yeah.
I could. I only have 2 monitors hooked up to that one though, remember? I'm kind of, well, I could put up there on that top right monitor. There's a little bit of room up there still. For, you know. Clock is running, yes. I see that. Just buy more RAM.
At buymoreram.com.
Well, okay. I'm only using 40% of my RAM on that computer right now. I do have my task manager open on that computer. Only 40%, so that's not bad. So we got plenty of RAM. We're fine. We're fine, chat. We're doing just fine. I mean, I have 32 gigs in each computer. I think I'm okay. But that is, it still would be nice if they had something that where you could just open it and punch in multiple cameras, you know? Never have too much RAM. I agree, Plugger. For a long time, I thought 16 was good, and it is, but 32 is where it's at for me right now. Yeah, that's true, Tom. But then you're talking like traditional security camera kind of thing, you know? All the DVR, yeah. Yeah, but the whole Wisecam thing is to be different, you know? Because that's what I have, in case y'all don't know, is Wisecams. The biggest thing that I want, and I don't have it currently working, is a camera on the back door of the garage.
Oh, sick.
So that if somebody's out there, I'll know. Because like that night with the dude with the big pot, remember he like came and looked in my back door with like a flashlight? Bro, that freaked me out, okay? Next monitor will be a 36-inch, maybe. Never know. Never know.
I see they're redoing the count.
Yep, count is going 41 minutes.
That's in. I'm surprised they're doing that.
Must not have found a bad issue then, huh? Oh no. Must not have been that bad.
What field do we use?
What with what?
What number do we use for that field?
What are you doing?
Combine.
We will use field 1.
And then multi-silo, right?
Yeah. Gotcha. You want to grab that auger wagon full of fertilizer and bring it to me?
Yeah, let me get this.
Out in the field there.
Where's it at? Oh, on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Cody had to go AFK for a little bit. And it's just faster if you run for me.
Jeez. You done over here?
No.
No.
I'm over on this side for now, though.
You got the slowest tractor we have?
It's got horsepower.
It's probably also the only one that can pull this.
Efficiently, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, the 1050 does it right, I guess. Chat, we are putting down so much nitrogen right now. Golly. All the nitrogen.
User joined your channel.
Oh, hey, it's Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Welcome in. Yeah, now that product you're talking about where you're wishing you could hook a monitor to it or whatever, I don't know what that is. I haven't seen it.
Well, they have sort of a hub thing.
Okay.
I don't know what exactly it does, but...
Oh, they're holding. Never mind.
Hold or no hold? Dude, look at the
Well, their
cruise
clock
ships.
just flashed hold.
Look at the cruise ships.
I mean, it is Saturday, so it makes
I want
sense.
to go on a cruise. Is that bad? I want to go on a cruise and get the drink package and just be like stupid drunk the whole time.
Only way to go on a cruise, isn't it?
Like life goals, chat. I want to be drunk on a cruise ship, okay?
1600.
When you use precision, do you need a special spreader? No, there's just an option when you buy the spreader to put the technology on it, and it's on all the spreaders, Plugger. It's not necessarily a special spreader. Not like the sprayer where only certain ones have the spot spray.
Tomcat cheered Dex
Tomcat.
100 Avodaco shaved ice.
Tomcat with the name change again. Tomcat, thanks for the 100 bits.
Again.
I love that you changed your name so that Brian just has a good time with it every time now.
So, update.
Yeah.
They're targeting the last possible time they can today.
Oh, yeah.
So any holds today for the rest of the count
done.
will end in a
Red
scrub for today.
Okay.
So
Wow.
heads up.
I had an interesting thing with the Waze cam I had set up last night, where it woke me up saying ready to connect.
Oh.
Yeah. And it just seems to be stuck in a loop of ready to connect.
Well, why'd you break it?
China's Dragon Debris, I'm sorry. You know, speaking of that, Tom, remember I was telling you
Yeah.
I had the 2K camera? I have one of those in my kitchen window, right?
Yeah.
But it has like infrared LEDs and stuff, or regular LEDs, so it like reflects like crazy, right? So when I was cleaning out my Wise app last night, I deleted that camera out of the app because it doesn't work anyway right now. I need to get it outside. Well, I go in the house last night and I hear this click, and then all of a sudden my kitchen window lights up. I was like, what the heck is that? I was like, oh, the camera's trying to like connect. So it's just sitting there like flashing lights and then off, and then click, flashing lights and off. And I was like, okay, we're just going to unplug that because somebody's going to see that and freak out. Like one of the neighbors, like, oh my God, they're flashing a light trying to get help. Or something, or who knows. So I unplugged that camera. I think that's a good candidate camera just to like try to run the USB right out of the window, maybe. I'm not sure. Because that would be great to get some good, you know, get that camera right there would be a good place for it. We need to find some kind of mount. That
I actually had a second Waze camera that I just had never set up, and I hooked that one up.
Wise. Chat, we went through this for like an hour last night, or maybe 2. He keeps calling it Waze Cam. Waze is an app for traffic monitoring. Oh, Dad's leaving. Bye, Dad. Have a good time.
Hi, Grandpa.
If I yell loud enough, he would actually hear me.
Oh, speaking of Grandpa, I did get a Snapchat from him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a Snapchat from my dad? That's kind of weird.
No. You.
I know who Grandpa is, yeah. What do you have to say?
I was number 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
But no, I just pulled that one out of the box and set that one up. Seems to be working fine now. At least the new one.
Gotcha. So just downloaded Precision. What's the work order? Don't work your dirt. Don't work your dirt unless you absolutely have to. So let's say you harvest. What I like to do is check the pH basically. So look at your map and say, hey, or actually the best way is just to get out of your piece of equipment. It tells you everything down there in the right. So in this case, like the lime is, you know, our lime is good here in this part of the field, but in other parts it wasn't so good. So harvest, check your pH. And then, if you have a seeder where you don't have to work, you know, a no-till, don't till, because you actually get penalized if you're, you know, tilling all the time.
But it's fun.
You know, I enjoy working dirt, but you get penalized on precision.
Yeah, well,
So don't work dirt unless you absolutely have to. And then, when you go to seed next time, so the nitrogen is basically controlled by whatever you're planting. So you can, thanks for the follow, appreciate you. You can put down a base layer of nitrogen, say if you have manure, but you don't want to do that, say, in front of soybeans. You want to like plan that out. So if you're using manure, it's in front of, say, corn or wheat, because those use more nitrogen. And then in our case, we're having to put down so much nitrogen with our seeder that we're just letting it run out, and we're coming back with a spreader to put down our nitrogen. But we're doing that after we plant. And then basically you just turn it on to auto, and it just does the variable rate for you. So the fiber, and
Are
we'll
we
set
gonna
up,
use an auger wagon or just straight tipper?
or no, we'll use just tippers. We only have one auger wagon that will not keep up.
I figured it
Yeah.
would get destroyed.
Yeah. Eventually we'll use an auger wagon, but we don't. I do actually have, of course, our auto drive set up for it. Get fiber, and we'll set up a bird feed cam. I mean, that would be very easy to do.
So
First time.
Is it field 1 for these again?
Yeah, field 1. Yeah.
And corn.
What they're hauling. No, put them on the combine empty.
Oh wait, yeah.
Weed spot spray after first growth. Yes.
Why is it? Oh, wow.
Yep. Spot spray after first
These
growth.
go on the combine?
What?
I think my game just broke.
And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, going forward with precision. I know it's not for everybody. Okay, so we need to lime over here, not so much over here. But if we're going to lime, we should probably lime the whole thing. Or we just hold off this time.
Just wait.
Let's hold off. We'll lime next time. It's only a little bad right now. It's not terrible.
So field 1 for these guys too.
Yeah. Getting rid of. Well, you still can mulch and roll on precision. I just choose not to. I don't think it's a big enough benefit to worry about it. In my humble opinion, it's not worth our time to mulch and roll anymore. So I don't personally do it. I know there's people that do on precision, but I don't care. I don't want any part of it. Precision in layman's terms basically makes the game more like real life. So in real life, a lot of farmers, or pretty much all farmers at some point, will go out and do soil samples. So they will know what's in that soil, how much nitrogen, how's the lime, your pH of your field, how much organic material is there. Basically just get basically a picture of your soil health, right? Which is basically these maps here for us in layman's terms. So this is our different soil types. This is our pH. So basically how acidic or kind of mellow the field is. Actually, we do need lime on. It's fine. We could lime the whole thing, but it's fine for now. We'll hold off. And then this is our fertilizer map. So basically, in layman's terms, our fertilizer rate of how much we're putting down is going to adjust across our field. So, used to roll so you could do the fert back to back. Okay, I got you. Oh yeah, it's rolling, mulching, and rolling, or yeah, no.
Oh, I should. Oh no.
Grown wheat before. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You want the best soil health that you can get to achieve the best crop. But the cool thing about precision over, say, the regular farm sim, in regular farm sim, you have to fertilize everything twice. Now, once could be manure and once could be with your planter. Boom, that's twice. But if you don't have manure, then you got to figure out how to fertilize it twice. So planter and another fertilizer step. But with precision, with the variable rate, you just turn on your fertilizer spreader and drive, and you only have to do it once then. Normally, we just fertilize with our seeder, but we're using a high-speed, high-capacity seeder, but it doesn't hold a lot of fertilizer. It holds a lot of seed, but doesn't hold a lot of fertilizer. So what we're doing is we're just seeding and then coming back in with this spreader to do our fertilizing as far as our get our nitrogen where it needs to be. So basically on the map, you can see that we're going from 0 to, 200, 180. So, and that's all based on your soil type, how much fertilizer you need. So it's kind of a whole thing, but I personally really like precision. I hated it in 19. I did not like it at all. But here in 22, I'm really really digging it, basically. So
Just tweeted.
Huh?
They got a free wet dress rehearsal, a free static fire. Now do they get a free instantaneous launch window?
Wow. Give me a second here, Turbo.
Hey, Turbo.
All right, turducken.
Rusty Turbo.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, I went there. Deal with
Probably
it.
on Urban Dictionary.
Probably. Yeah, let's figure it out.
Oh, God. Do not say what it is if it's a thing.
Well, I mean, you can't just do it in TeamSpeak.
I know. Oh,
It
man.
says, sorry, we cannot find.
Apparently in 32 minutes, they're going to try to launch again. And he's rocking debris, yeah. They had kind of a static fire earlier, so.
I just realized that I shouldn't have set these guys to go to their point yet.
Yeah, you should combine the first pass first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or when we go to combine, you just tell them to drive their circle.
That too.
And that works too. Not a huge deal either way.
So these are set up off the east-west line, but I quick rotated them just so we could do this straight past where
That's
they
fine.
are.
That's fine. Alright, I'm on my last pass. But yeah, I personally feel like the whole precision thing, it should be base game. You should have a setting, you know, just like rocks or lime or whatever. You can turn it on and off. I think it should be base game, and I feel like it makes the game a lot more realistic.
What?
Precision.
The
Very-
one in 19 was like too new and almost like clunky.
It was not okay. The fact that you well, I like that you can just purchase the soil maps. You don't actually have to go drive around.
True.
That was one
Oh,
thing I
and-
didn't like in 19.
Oh.
What?
I just saw pictures of the new Big Bud.
What?
Big Bud?
Oh, big butt. There should be 5 tractors and tippers though, right?
Where's
There are only 4.
the 1050?
You know what?
No, that's all that was in there.
But I left my tractor out earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, but all the trailers are gone. I put the 8RX on one.
I feel like there should be.
I thought we only had that many.
I don't.
I know last time we used the 1050 8RX.
I feel like we're missing one. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's all we have. Okay.
I think we just have a different tractor.
That's. I mean, definitely, yeah.
I think last time we used because I think there's a Fent.
That Fent 2
Two
track's new, ish.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what's on there instead of the 1050.
Okay.
Because last time we had 8RX and 1050, and then the Challenger 2-track.
Yeah. Okay. We need one more though, I think is what it is. Like we have 4, 5 would be great.
Yeah.
To keep up with you.
Especially with corn, it might not be bad.
Yeah, but the
Just-
problem is we're kind of poor.
Keep an eye on the sales through the fast time window.
Yeah.
Which ones do we even have?
They're only 52,000.
I mean, we could buy one now, or we could just wait and see
Let's
if one
watch
pops
sales.
on sale.
We're gonna buy
Because-
one regardless, but we'll watch sales.
Because what? Where do we have to go for corn?
Well, Homestead for now.
No, I mean like set like
I don't
year, month, whatever.
know. October.
October.
Yeah. We have
Odie's
time.
not here.
He's not here. You're right. I'm not logged in as an admin.
Come on, John.
Come on, pick it up. Primo Plowboy. Odd. Alright, we're past time. Wow, that shade's looking weird. The shadow from that
We
tree
don't
looking
have
a little
fast
sus.
time, do we?
Huh?
Fast.
Sleepy, sleepy.
Oh, hey, go to
What?
What are you cooking?
Yo, CB radio check. Hello.
Come on back now, yeah.
If you want to sleep, then come. Go.
What
go,
are you
go, go.
doing? What are you cooking?
I just got my model train set to work.
Oh,
That's the train running.
it's so
It
loud.
sounds like
It
a
sounds like
CB.
something's like
Sounds like
sizzling it, like a steak in the cast iron skillet.
Yep.
I was gonna say bacon frying, yeah.
That
But
too.
it sounds like bacon in the skillet.
Hey, Jack.
Want to spray for weeds?
Oh, yeah, I guess we should do that, huh? Yeah, we'll have to do that. Thanks for the follow. I kind of forgot about it. Not gonna lie. Appreciate you.
At least I'm here.
All right, yep.
I'll sit in my combine and watch.
Duke, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. My sweet talking Southern. I'm not even Southern, though. I'm from Missouri. North of the river, even.
North of the river.
I'm from Missouri. Not even Missouri. Because people south of the river call it Missouri. People north of the river call it Missouri. You know that, chat? Just saying. It's a thing. Don't worry, chat. I've been working out, okay?
Alright, I'm back.
Hi. Whoa.
Whoop.
Dude, that was loud. I was like, what are you cooking?
It wasn't that loud.
It was kind of loud.
Take your snap.
Oh, hi, Carson.
Hey,
How's it going?
didn't see you there.
Come here often?
Oh, yeah.
Got wrecked, bruh.
Go.
Hey, I'm gonna top it off before I go. Go. Oh man. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Well,
Yeah, I'm from.
Sorry, I didn't see. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon. Carrying around the sprayer boom.
Hey, you know it happens.
Will you be
100
able to reach up and over the
The
guys?
Shiners?
Yeah.
I don't know. Find out. He shall find out.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna find out. Hang on. Can you put corn headers on a header trailer? Yes. I don't know if they'll
Keep
lock
folding
down,
ones.
but you sure can. You definitely can. Chinese Dragon Debris, I don't have enough windows for that. Oh, Carson, we got this, bro.
Bingo. Oh, okay. Hey.
What?
Hello, I didn't know the booms worked like that.
Hello? Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, dude, this thing.
I didn't know that boom, you know, that was just up and down.
No, buddy, we can.
Not like the old case combine boom over here. It's auger. That thing. Woo. Kinda weird if you know what I mean.
You betcha, bud.
You should level it back off.
Oh, you don't like this? It's from
No, it.
maximum. Oh, hello. Like, hang on. It's kind of sensitive.
Just
That-
because he says level out doesn't mean level the ground out.
That better, Tom?
Yeah. That feature's only meant for going over things, not to
Oh,
be staying there.
I went over the. I sprayed all of our tractors with Roundup.
Hey, at least we don't have weeds growing on our tractors where dirt would collect.
Little Roundup 240 mix. That's what I'm thinking. I'm spraying right now. Glyphosate.
Cancer. I mean, glyphosate.
Only in California. I do try to avoid it as much as possible. Let's be honest, you know, it's not a good idea to drink Roundup.
Oh, it's not?
The more you know, Chaz. Don't drink Roundup.
Why not?
You know it. Oh, man. Wow. Anyway. There goes my evening plans. Guys, it's not funny. It's a serious matter, okay? Or something. I'm never going to get these booms back exactly like they were. Y'all know that, right? I mean, I have to reset the thing to get it back level. Perfect. The hard knock life, chat, I know. It's a hard knock life. You know, chat, they have weeders in this game, right? You can weed your field. But on precision, you actually get penalized if you use a weeder. Because you're disturbing the soil. And they don't want you to do that. So, spot spray it is. Just saying. And I will say a big thing with precision is don't get freaked out about your environmental score at first. It can take a little bit of time to kind of get everything synced up and get a good environmental score. So that, especially when you buy a field, your environmental score is going to be awful. So just don't worry about it. Because, like, I bet ours is pretty bad right now, right? Oh, and for some reason you have to click on it to load your environmental score every time, too. So ours is actually not bad. Field 6 is 100 already. We're 99 right now. That's good. I'll take 98, 99%. I'm happy with that. So now would be the time to sell stuff. Don't have anything to sell, I don't think. Oh, we will have, don't we have soybeans? We have 183,000 soybeans we could sell.
Right now?
In June?
Oh. So next month.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to, like, get the semi loaded, it's only 183,000. That's not much. But might as well load up the semi at least. Load the semi and the auger wagon. That'll be the whole thing. Oh, there's a tree there, chat. I just pulled the Tony. Need to fix the sprayer boom. Oh, wait,
You on Snapchat?
I didn't get the sprayer stuck. Never mind.
Ooh.
You know, it's almost spray season for him. I can't wait to, you know, watch him get stuck again and break the sprayer.
Snapchat every second of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know, usual.
Oh, yeah. It's like he's like a daily vlogger just for like 5 people. It's kind of weird. And like 2 people watch it.
And the rest of us just quickly tap through them all.
I need all those monitors, by the way. That they have their mission control.
Well, there's 2 rooms, so which room?
The one they just showed.
There was 2. Like, one and then there was a glass wall and another set.
I didn't even see that. Too busy looking at all the monitors.
There's still 132,000.
Okay.
And the truck's full.
I don't know why, but that like scared me, okay? I thought my monitor was wigging out again over there, honestly.
What? Where are they gonna go?
Don't know.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, there's no train on this map, so, you know. Up for debate.
Are the monitors on your racing sim on all the time? Or?
No. No, they haven't been on in a while.
Is it connected to an HDMI switcher? Then you just switch it, or?
So, let's see. If I turn on the 34-inch or 32-inch, the main one, it would show Farm Sim right now. It's a mirror. It's hooked up right to the gaming PC, and it mirrors what's outputted on this monitor. That way, because, like, you know, running this monitor through the Hotpog, or not Hotpog, the, what's it called? Elgato? The capture
card.
So it's just, it just mirrors it. So.
Okay.
And then the other one's hooked up, I think it's hooked up actively to the stream PC. but the stream PC like doesn't know it's there. It loses the handshake, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And usually I have to restart, and then I think I actually have to give up one of my other displays to make it work, I think is what I determined last time. It's kind of weird, but yeah, no HDMI switches, no. I quit using those a while ago.
My random thought was if they were always connected to your computers and functioning, just you weren't using them, as you could put the cameras over there when you're not using them.
I've thought about that. But then it's like, to look at it, I'm like this. Like, completely turned to the side. Hang on, chat. You know.
Yeah.
I gotta look at something. I heard a noise. Whereas right now, I can just glance up there like that. Boom. You can see in my front yard. So. Now, I mean, I could do something on the top center screen, because, like, do I need to have that rocket full screened up there right now? No.
Yes.
Okay, I do. And then Starbase is behind it. So as soon as this rocket's done, we're going back to Starbase, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need to have Starbase open all the time technically either, so. But I do.
Debatable.
Although if I'm not streaming, I have the whole bottom left monitor. It's wide open for whatever, because that's my OBS screen.
And Discord still burned in on your top left one.
Bottom left, the icon is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is actually burned
Close
in.
enough.
There's
You
probably
actually have it. It's burned
Yeah.
into the display.
Yeah, it is. There's probably a lot burned in, because, like, I don't really... Especially, like, in the summertime, I'll turn off my screens, but, like, in the winter, I don't turn them off.
Have you seen someone's, like, trolled some of their workers with, like, the background, there's a face in it.
Oh, no.
But it's like, you know, you can click on your wallpaper and drag to, like, make a selection.
Yeah.
It only shows when you do that. And it's weird.
That's funny.
Messed up.
I always thought it was funny to take like a screenshot of somebody's desktop and then hide all the icons in a folder, but make that screenshot their background
Yes.
and like just totally troll people. I've never done it, but man, I think it's funny. Just saying. Very amusing.
John, you've given me an idea. If I ever get to come to your house and see your PCs,
You're not
and be
touching them,
alone
don't
with
worry.
them.
You're not touching the PCs, don't you worry. And you're not coming to my house.
Can we technically fast time to tomorrow?
Yes.
Want to?
Sure. That's fine.
Don't remember how to get to the house.
Wow. Escape menu. Oh,
Whoa.
I think I broke that.
It worked.
No, it
It
didn't.
won't be the first time you
Oh, I
break
thought
it.
we were in.
No, it went to 9 o'clock.
I'll just call up Tony. He can do it.
Tony's not allowed to touch my PCs either, bro.
The sleep's currently not.
Just go run around like the grain bin or something. There we go.
I took a step forward and it worked, John.
Yep.
I got tired. I took a step. And we're sleeping a day because of it.
I'm gonna
Wow,
be up
could you
against the
imagine?
fence too.
Huh?
I'm gonna be. Yep, that's what I thought.
I didn't think about that.
I teleported. Look at me.
He's hacking. He's hacking.
I have to cut down a tree to get out of here.
You said June.
Is that not what the thing says?
It's July.
Does it say July now? Because it totally said June before. It changes.
Well, okay, it's 3,200. And we're at like 36.
Send them.
2, 5, 8.
Hello? Wait, brother, am I your brother? Is this another one of my brothers in chat? I have a lot of brothers.
Farmer's market?
Legit. I have a lot. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? I have 5 brothers, chat. It's hard to keep track of all of them, you know? There's so many. Just saying. Ding.
I sent him to the shop to wait for his new trailer.
Thinking with your noggin, huh?
Yep.
Still not one on sale.
I know.
That's okay. The chances of getting the trailer that we want on sale would be slim to none.
Oh, you know, the second we buy one, the next day it's gonna be on sale, right?
I don't know.
Like we'll buy one, sleep, next day, be
That'd
right
be
there.
one.
Just smack my
Shot,
microphone.
shot. I doubt it. You're not supposed to slap your microphone, Carson.
They're doing their go no go pull.
Oh, wait. Are those? That is another whole room, isn't it? God,
Yeah.
why? No, those are just mirrors, Carson.
If they're mirrors, you would see the other side of the monitors, though.
On some of those, you can though.
It's just because of reflection of the glass. If that's a mirror,
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a. You can see people sitting back there. Okay.
let's say if that's a mirror, how do I see this side of the screens? Those mirrors are high tech, dude.
Those. You sure those aren't just mirrors?
No, they're not mirrors. They're windows.
I think you need to ask NSF. I think they're mirrors.
Let's not get them going down that train.
Hey, my idiot friend thinks those are mirrors.
Those are definitely windows, because if they were mirrors,
Yeah, because you can. When that chick opened up the garbage can in the back, you didn't see that in the,
Yeah, I did.
as you call it, the mirror.
Dude, guys, John's got some built different vision, okay?
Oh,
We can
man.
tell.
Hey, all these monitors, man, I can see it all. Okay. I have a little desktop space up here. I can put like 2 cameras to my front yard up there.
I had no
We're
idea.
on- We're on a go for.
Go
after
for
the test
launch.
Or static fire.
Go for static fire. Wow.
Oh,
About 12 minutes. At about 3 o'clock.
a little after 12 minutes.
Close enough. Close enough. Around 3 o'clock. Around break time, chat. Don't get it started. Don't do it. Oh, break time. Come on, turn. Let's go.
are they basically having a problem with wind right now?
No.
They're just counting down for the launch.
First there was a boat.
No,
Bert?
first there was wind. Now
Dang
boat.
it, Bert.
Is it the boat that they're showing that's the problem?
It's like me and Bert were thinking
No.
the same
This,
thing.
the boat was an issue like at the first initial raw.
What was the upper wind?
Guys.
Don.
Insert professor's emote here. Chuck, hello. How's it going? You mean this emote? Little hoppy?
Poppy?
The OG.
Right? An old hoppy. Yeah,
OG guard.
There's those emotes too. There's another emote too. There's this one. Trent emote. Up,
Yeah, I'm trying to work towards Tom's.
towards Tom's. Which one's Tom's?
Dishy.
The dish.
Dishy.
Yeah.
Forgot about Dishy.
I sent 2 tractors to do the rest of this.
Hey, my
Oh,
dish
you want
is
my
like
dishy?
There's Dishy.
You know what I should do?
What?
I'm gonna put a tree in front of it. Go Photoshop a tree.
That would be hilarious. Kind of rude, but like kind of funny.
I mean, it's Tom's
Well,
emote, and we know how his dishy works.
Make it an animated emote so it flashes dishy, tree, and then
And then
the
everyone will get
Wi-Fi
to
no
use it.
signal.
And then the Wi-Fi now.
It goes, it's like a tree waving, and then it shows dishy, and then it
And
just
no
cuts to
Wi-Fi.
like the no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those emotes can't be animated. The bit reward emotes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, cannot be animated. It's kind of sad. I wish they could be, to be honest.
Do you have another animated slot?
No.
No. And then everyone that has a tier 1 sub can access that emote.
Yeah. Those are the animated emotes. You only get 5.
How do we get more?
You don't on those.
No.
Oh.
Not on those anyway. Regular
When Twitch decides they want to be fun again.
yeah. Regular emotes we can get more of those, but that's going to take a whole lot of subs to do that. It's where it's based off sub points, they call it. So, and yeah, ain't nobody gonna gift that many subs, so we're good with what we have. I'm perfectly okay with it. Let's put it that way. Because you know, when 22 launched, it's the highest like sub count I ever had. So.
You want to 8 minutes?
Yep.
Again?
Again for like the 14th time today. All right, chat. We're down to the long rows now.
Oh, there's your mirrors, John.
Totally mirrors.
T-minus 20 minute event.
What? Wrong
didn't see
company, Trent. God.
Well, they even made the reference too. The first time.
I can't hear him. Dude, what is that? Is that engine chill?
I don't know.
Yes.
Bro,
Those are the bottom of the engines.
they got some leaky garden hoses, it looks like.
Dude, there is some force behind that vent, okay?
That liquid oxygen?
That or nitrogen. I would assume oxygen, though.
Well,
Locks.
yeah. Locks, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good old locks, you know?
And the flare sack for the methane's over to the left.
Yeah, I like that too. Just over there doing its thing.
Oh, did you see it when they had it, like when they were unloading after the first attempt?
Yeah.
That thing flares up.
Big time. Big time, yeah. Okay.
We're making money, boys.
Are we? Oh, we selling beans? Nice environmental bonus on that one, huh?
That was just one of the little trailers.
Dang. Let's go. Buy 2 more tractors and tippers, or just tippers maybe. Although, we can't use the 9R.
The 9R would be the only other.
We'd have to get another tractor, which is fine. We probably won't, though. We'll probably just get a tipper. 9R works if we're doing corn. Because it gets wibble wobbling, but it'll work on corn. It's just not, it's not very friendly, let's put it that way. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, so the question is, if Matt keeps dropping out of TeamSpeak, why does he not have a bunch of numbers after his name?
Oh no, he did.
Did he?
He had.
He's got a
And
1
11.
behind it now. It's only when he's in here, but he lags out so fast, his
Yeah.
account's still in there.
I guess this one's lagging out like way slower.
Yes.
At
So he's
2 o'clock
really
this
having,
morning it was Matt 11 or Matt 1.
like he's really having problems though, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just kind of, but like it's bad today.
It's bad.
Bad.
It's
Okay.
There's
worse.
5,000 liters left. Do we want to run it down or just let it sit?
I don't care.
At least it's not as bad as Carson's 11 million.
Dude, I think I hit a trillion, dude.
Bro, you hit all the numbers that day.
I hit.
It was kind of funny
It almost.
to see.
I bet the next one was just like the infinity loop.
The numbers
it was
had to
almost like a game
scroll.
almost to see how big your name in TeamSpeak got. Or at least it was for me.
The numbers had to scroll because there were so many of them.
You got the horizontal scroll bar.
Oh,
Dude, them
What is
engine's
it?
getting chilly. Just saying.
igniters are being primed.
Let's go light this candle.
Again.
And it melts.
I want to see it blow up.
Again.
Almost done.
No.
Dang it.
I got probably
Are
3
we
more
there
passes.
yet?
But they're also the really long passes.
They're like the entire field.
Yeah. You betcha. At least 3 more, if not 4. We'll see.
The E-Cradle is disengaged.
You realize, Carson, this is 2 harvests in a row you're here for. It's kind of weird.
You guys haven't harvested in between since I was here last?
I haven't played Farm Sim since Tuesday.
Dang.
I'm only playing like 2 days a week
Yeah,
right now.
you had to go play trains with Goaty.
Whoa!
Goaty played trains with ours
IRL.
today.
Oh, we have engine gimbal.
Oh, yep. There's the train.
Speaking of train,
Woo.
It sounds so bad on this end, dude.
It sounds like one of those European trains off in the far distance.
Sounds so bad.
It is a European train.
No, dude, it sounds like bacon frying in a frying pan. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, that's when he doesn't sound the horn.
Yeah, true. But he's got the train with all the sound effects, Chad. He's fancy.
Throwing back retrack.
dude,
again.
that is one heck of a soundboard he's got though, low-key.
Are you controlling that on like a phone?
Whoa!
Wow.
Yes.
I heard Goaty's train chat. Did you hear that? Fire Shadow. Heard it. Thanks, Fire.
Dude, someone
Oh.
put Tony's voice as auto-tune on it.
Could you imagine? Like, hey, Tony, come over and check out my new train set.
Woo,
And the freaking
woo.
train makes that woo-woo sound.
Yeah, but drag out the woo woo to make it sound a lot more of a train horn instead of a Tony woo woo.
But it's Tony in the
Tony
train.
would lose his mind.
Could you imagine?
Hey, Goaty, how well are you with audio files?
Oh my god.
Hey, we're at 2 minutes.
I can do many things with audio files.
Fire Shadow? You know, I was actually just sitting here thinking I kind of want to play some Rust tonight. Like off stream. Obviously. I might play tonight when I can't sleep because I don't sleep
Might
anyway.
be able to play with Chuck.
Yeah, there you go. Fire Shadow, thanks for the bits. Appreciate you, dude. I want to.
Isn't he like the only one that's on the server?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. But hey, our tech tree's still there, so I'm here for
So
it.
like, we're about to break into terminal count, John.
Again,
Terminal count.
hopefully not another static tire.
Range green.
Nice.
We're in terminal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, a minute.
All right,
Full
chat.
send or no send, so.
Yeah, literally, since this is the
Maybe static fire. Oh, hey, Zach. Hi, Zach.
yeah, Tony, we might have something.
I like the palm tree cam.
Tony, you weren't supposed to hear that, no.
Thirty
When are you
seconds.
gonna come into TeamSpeak, Tony?
Shock will have to have Carson look at a problem with the plugin for Rust.
Don't know.
Are we at
Uh-oh.
hold?
Hold.
What?
Hold?
Ah,
No launch.
Oh.
Drop for the day.
Oh.
thanks for playing.
Oh. Oh.
45 seconds.
Oh.
Well, time to close the stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well. So much for that, chat.
Boo.
All right, back to Starbase. Am I right? Looking beautiful down there in South Texas right now, chat. Just saying. Chuck, what's going on, man, with Rust? What's the problem? Carson doesn't have a rocket launch to watch now, so. No rocket launch today.
Well, There is, but just not this one.
Oh,
Later today.
not a
There's a
cloud in
rocket
the
one.
sky.
Rocket Lab later.
Oh, rocket. They're gonna try to catch it.
We're pretty sure they're scrapping that idea.
Bert, I can't have you saying that stuff. Bert.
At 5 p.m. tonight.
That wasn't NASA, for the record. First time. Top left. Oh, top left corner thing's glitched out, Carson. Interesting. It probably, I bet,
Marker.
is there a new version or something with the
I don't know.
update, maybe?
Probably though.
Interesting. Okay. Somebody's gonna think you're serious, Bert. Just saying. Soft water landing and recovery use. Okay. I love the idea of catching it with a helicopter. I thought that was so cool. Like, dude, this is straight out of like science fiction, you know? Like straight out of like a James Bond movie or Fast and the Furious movie or something, you know? I know that's not science fiction, but you know. That would be something possible in a Fast and the Furious movie. I still want to know how long that runway is, chat. That runway is like 100 miles long, I'm telling you. All right, one more pass, Carson. I'm done. I know, it's about time.
20
I'm aware.
minutes.
What?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
No, I'll be done before then.
20 minutes.
Oh.
Yep.
Catching the film canisters from the spy satellites in the 60s, right? That's fascinating too, honestly. You betcha. All right, chat. Last pass for herbiciding. And then I'll be done with this. Oh, I think it's raining outside, chat. The street is wet.
Watch this an hour for rain.
Well, it's kind of like hit and miss out there, it looks like, on radar. At least around the St. Louis area.
They're miss.
Yeah. Guess never missed, huh? Actually, I think we're basically just a little bit out there now, and then we might just be done for a while. I don't know. I don't know. Right, John. R.I.P. Gotcha shot. I forget which Fast and the Furious that is, though, where they have the plane. It's a whole thing. I've never seen the whole movie. I've just seen that, like, that clip, and it goes on forever. And, like, the plane's trying to take off the whole time. And, oh, Carson, you're fast timing. I was like, what is going on over here? The trees look
Rave.
crazy. 7, you think? Okay.
What's it, 7?
Fast 7. Like
What?
the movie with the runway and the plane thing. John thinks it's Fast 7.
No, I don't think so.
No?
The 7's the one with the Paul Walker stuff. I don't think that was in that one.
I don't know. I just remember seeing it over at Casey's house one time. We had a plane and a few different. Okay. I haven't seen all those movies. I've seen like 1 and 2.
Furious 6.
Was it 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Sean was close. Not bad, buddy. Not bad. All right, we're done.
You're done.
It's all been done. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So this says the cars sped up and slowed down during the 13 minutes. We've used a very conservative estimate that they're traveling average speed of 120 miles per hour, which would entail that it makes the runway around 26 miles long.
Wow, Chuck, you probably, I don't know if I should have clicked on that, to be honest. You're going to get me on a watch list. 7 as I'm
long
dropping
runway.
out of a plane. Okay, Sean, I gotcha. Wow. You say 26 miles?
20. Yeah. 23.
That's all.
26, somewhere in there.
23, okay.
I think
That's
it's 23.
long runway.
There goes the tab.
I'm kind of looking at that tractor, but I think I'm going to pass on it, chat. Because it can't pull a tipper. I mean, it can, but it doesn't work the way we're doing tippers. We'll probably just hold off on that for now.
Is Goaty here?
Probably playing train. You can try.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, yep. Hit the button. Hit the button. I saw you just fall out of the sky, Carson.
Meow.
I was running over there and you just fell out of the sky in front of me.
Magic.
Whoa, oh, it's magic.
Did you see my snap?
And we got Tradders on sale.
Sorry, I was watching a rocket that was supposed to go up or go boom.
Hey,
Go
up and
or go
sideways.
boom. Go up and boom.
Up or boom.
Do a flip.
Right?
Oh, that's the train, Goaty.
That's the train.
I thought you had a train with passenger
There's a
cars.
baler.
Just a shunting train.
We already own 2. That is the good
Two
baler,
more
but we already own
months.
2 of them. Let's do this. And do it, and do it, do it, do it.
Have you had your break?
No.
Oh.
I need to go here in a minute. I'm gonna get you guys harvesting corn, then I'm gonna go. 10-4, 10-4.
And for
And for oh man, we need this loader.
still no.
Work.
Better.
Disappeared in the shop. It's broke. It's junk. Junk. Hey, Matt's back. It keeps distracting me.
Wow.
I keep seeing like seems to jump out of the corner of my eye.
I would say if you look at like the log, it's just Matt.
All Matt.
Still no trailer.
That's fine. I'll buy one. He has money right now.
Do you have to get out and tell these guys to run, or can you do it from the menu?
I'll take care of it for you. How about that?
Okay.
All right, grab your tipper from the shop and get him coming up here, and then I'll get your. You can do it, but the problem is the first guy's on top of the pin here, and it's really hard to tell him to go from the menu. And then the next guy goes right to the pin, and it's hard to tell him to go, and kind of a whole thing. Yeah. Basically, guys, we're just telling these to go around the circle here so that we can harvest the first swipe of corn here, basically, without, you know, having to drive around them. Just like so. Plus, you don't need tippers that early on anyway. Did you get your other guy coming this way? From the shop?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, yep, he's on his way. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to ride with this tipper, and I'll be back in a minute.